Welcome to the Holistic Hub. This is something that we're building together. And when I say that, I don't say that lightly. I really am passionate about collaboration. I'm passionate about sharing in the experiences. And that's really why I'm excited that you all are joining me here today, because that for me is really what this project is all about. So what I want to do before we jump in is I want to take a quick moment to arrive. Just in a helpful way to settle in, and as well for me to help settle my nerves. It's something I like to do at the beginning of any gathering. So it's not going to be very long. It's just going to be nice and quick. But I invite you to, at your own pace, take one nice, slow, gentle inhale. And exhale, allowing it to be longer than your inhale, signifying to your body that you're here. Now, I want you to take a moment and look around you and find 5 things that you can see. Just name them in your mind. What things have caught your eye? Take a moment to be present with your surroundings. Now, 4 things that you can feel physically in your body right now. Is it your feet on the floor? Is it the touch of the air on your skin? Just taking a moment to sense what you're feeling right now. And take a moment next to listen to 3 sounds that you can hear. Maybe it's the clink of my glass as I take a drink, or the sound of your own breath. Could be something in another room or right in your space. The other thing I'd like you to do is to notice 2 things that you appreciate in this moment. What are the first 2 things that come to your mind? And lastly, just name one thing in your mind, a reason why you said yes to being here with me tonight. Just take a little reminder about what has brought you here now. And let's be here now together. One last inhale. And exhale. That's it. Just arriving here together. And this is the kind of presence that this hub is built from. So the big why. I started with my own healing and navigation. My own personal journey went from self-sabotage to self-support. I researched resources that spoke to me. I got curious about exploring. I wanted to support that felt like feeling when you get to connect with others and share in those experiences. Unfortunately, sourcing care was feeling fragmented for me. I didn't have the tools or the resources in between my care, and I wasn't honestly sure exactly the right layers to address for myself. So the results were kind of limited and short-lived. And the whole thing that really stood out as I was navigating was layered care. And that's actually the main reason why I built the hub, is because I truly believe that having layered care in different facets of your life is what really pulls all of your healing together. So spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, physically, mentally, and socially, I think that when we are finding ways to integrate these layers of care, or just layering these things into our day-to-day, that's when I find that it's really been fitting and suiting and working for me personally, and I've found that it's worked for a lot of others. The problem wasn't the work, it was the lack of connection between the work is what I was experiencing. So perhaps maybe I was addressing one layer of care, but not another. And so, I might be falling backwards as it was going along. So what many of us can relate to is that insight happens, life happens, and momentum fades. And sometimes this is where people can feel stuck, but this is a shared experience across the community. both sides are kind of unsure what to do next, the clients or the wellness providers. And some are tired of working or doing the work in isolation. I personally can attest to that. Doing work as a practitioner sometimes, being at home and then wanting to connect with others, it can feel a little bit lonely at times. And so that's a lot of the reason why I felt there was a little bit more to the idea of community. And especially because a lot of us are in different areas and different regions. So it can kind of envisioned a way to help us feel more connected. I did have a lot of conversations leading up to this project, and that's really what helped inspired a lot of the layers that I'm going to try to help provide with this project. So maybe you had a familiar experience. Maybe you have been to an event, you've been really excited, you've met with some really great people, and then you go home and you kind of go, wow, I love that, but how do I keep that in my life? How do I keep showing up in that way? And so that was another piece of why I wanted to bring this project together, because that was something that I was experiencing, and I know a lot of others was, how do we actually feel connected in our day to day and try to feel like we are living in our experiences the same way that we are when we're at our events or when we're having a one-on-one session with a practitioner. We all can sense that we have that feeling of connection when we're with them, and then maybe we feel a little bit less when it's leaving us. So what about a different way? What if we could feel supported? What if we had a safer way to explore as clients? And what if there was a little bit better support for us as practitioners or wellness providers? Because there are a lot of different types of wellness providers. And when I say that, there could be people who create art or people who create products. There's a lot of ways that you can bring that care home with you. And that's another thing I want to help showcase here. I'm just going to take another drink. So what the Holistic Hub is, this is a connected space to explore. It's a place to connect. It's a place to grow. For me, I built this project basically off of an essence, off of a feeling, and from validating experiences and talking to people and really trying to tailor it to what I hear come up in these conversations. And that's another reason why I would love to have this space as another layer to listen more to what we need together and on both sides, like as clients and as wellness providers. Feels like there could be an easier way for us to feel connected in our experiences and as well to feel supported in our healing journeys or just as a provider, because sometimes that can also come with this layer of responsibility to keep up with yourself, with your business, but also then to be able to show up as your full self. I understand this type of work comes with a balance. So a lot of others really respect that balance is necessary as well. A big vision that kind of came to me while I was investigating and doing research was I showed up to a Chamber of Commerce meeting for local region that I live in of Chester. And it immediately hit me, that feeling of connection and the shared vision and the wanting to collaborate and support each other. And when I envisioned what I was aiming to build, I thought, this is what this kind of feels like to me. Like we could basically be, and I am a part of that business Chamber of Commerce, but there's a lot of like layers of businesses that might not completely feel like they support what we might feel in our industry. And what I was envisioning for this is we have a space where we can learn to connect, collaborate, really harness that idea of collaboration over competition, because there are a lot of ways that we can support each other. And I think once we maybe connect in some ways that make us feel more authentic in that we'll be able to blossom a little bit more. So the membership is built around care. It's not about hustle. This is about this work also comes with a special sauce, as I might call it, is that a lot of this is about your connection with others. It isn't about like the marketing that, other types of industries use, about listing all of these ways that, you're going to feel amazing. And of course we want to know that, but deep down, we also want the more. We want the and. We want, because this work really has a lot of integration to it, that we want to feel like it's not just a one and done or a quick sale. Wow, so this brings me to North Star Holistic Hub. Now, I've been using the name Holistic Hub, which you are at today, but really there's a bigger vision beyond just the space that is important for me to mention. It's the umbrella. It's the thing that is holding the system together in a way that I think will really help support us in growing in other ways. As I was doing research, I found that there were people saying they really wanted to branch out, but they didn't know how, or they didn't feel like they had the resources. And I felt like if we had some group effort on some of these things, that we would really be able to pull off a lot more. So the umbrella system is North Star Holistic Hub, and you're at the first layer, which is the Holistic Hub network, which is the community, it's the connection, it's the network, which I'm just about to show you. It's a place where we can meet and to store all of our ideas. And let's be honest, it is an online space, but it does have a lot of in-person opportunities that are going to be layered into this, whether it's through the offerings of the wellness providers and the members, or if it's through the hub. Now, the hub itself is going to help provide events and opportunities to help showcase the practitioners. That's why we're here. That's the idea is the practitioners, the wellness providers are there to help support the clients, and the hub wants to help bridge that connection between the two. We want to really find ways to help support the wellness providers, especially because we want to provide them with the right resources, the right support, and really work together in creating ways that can make that bridge even stronger. So the next layer of that is Crystal Clear Connections. This is my personal business I've been running for a few years, which provides a couple of different style of events, facilitation. I do mentorship as well. And that there, as well as now ramping up with some other services that I've found has also came up through conversations. Like some wellness providers need support with ways of branching out. They might need to have a turnkey event style service where they would want to possibly host an event in a community where they might not have connections in, but they really have felt that their offering would be benefit that community, or maybe they just feel inspired. There's lots of ways that I felt personally where I wanted to run an event, and I would come up against these issues with trying to find a studio, trying to find the community of people that I know would actually want that. And I've experienced that here in my own community. I moved to Chester a couple years ago. It's a small community, and it took me a couple of years to try to navigate and find where all these little events and offerings are. So, and the practitioners, all of it. So that was my big reason, my pain point for bringing that out. Yeah, so Crystal Clear Connections has also the ability to help people marketing themselves. If you want us to showcase you, you want us to help show up and do a video of you, and if you're really kind of not into talking about yourself, I love to boast about people. It's my favorite thing to do. So that's there to help support you. And then the other side of the North Star Holistic Hub umbrella is North Star Wellness. There is a other piece to this that I really see as another part of the bridge I'm really excited for, and that is the need to help reword and represent our offerings and what we have as practitioners or wellness providers to provide this type of holistic care in office settings, in corporate systems, in maybe even school systems. I'm not sure what to extent we're going to go exactly, but my main idea with that at this time was to try to tap in to some different networks that I have already kind of spoken with, that have reached out, even as the Holistic Hub was forming, and saying we would really love to have the ability to help our employees a little more with their mental health or with having better care, because if you're going to try to address layered care, it should also come in the workplace. So this is a piece that I feel passionate about, and I feel there are some really valuable wellness providers that if they team up and we provide a system to help support them and getting in there, then I think we could really help make a difference. So let's take a look. We're going to go inside the hub. I'm going to show you quickly what it looks like inside. In case any of you haven't made your way in yet, just to let you know, it is free to enter. To utilize the space, and the main spaces are open for everybody. And one thing I forgot to mention, I talk a lot about the wellness providers, but this place is for clients as well. The momentum at the time is to support the practitioners, because that's how we're going to then have the clients find us. And that's where the next push comes from. The Holistic Hub will try to showcase and find a way to offer our services to others in a way that supports them. All right, welcome to the Holistic Hub. Now, what I envisioned was for the space is it's like a getaway from social media. For me, it's Facebook. It works and it doesn't. So I like to go there. I like it for the reasons that I like it, and then I don't like it for the reasons that I don't. For me, I go there to find and connect with people about holistic health. I'll just be honest. Everything else I'm kind of shooting past unless they're my friends or family. But I envisioned having a space where we could cut out that noise, where we could actually just be present with others, with connection, and for finding those other opportunities that we want to explore. So there are some really cool features I would love to show you. So first of all, when you enter the hub, this is where you can go to kind of find like your news feed, just like you have a Facebook feed. This is going to showcase what's going on in each one of the groups. So like right here, we had a really nice post from Sandy today. You can like, you can comment, you can find out what's new. This runs, in order. You can change how you view things. And then as well, there's a community events page where anyone can post their events, and it's a place where we can try to find. That's another pain point for me, is trying to access and find the events, because sometimes I'm seeing them and they've just passed and I'm like, oh no, I would have went to that. So this is something I'm really excited to try to have for members and for people who would like to share in the community experience. And this is my other really favorite feature. So this is something that I can't find anywhere else. And look at this. This is our hub members who we have currently. It showcases who is close to you. Oh, wait, it's not on this page, but you can go and click, here we go, near you, and find out who in the community is in your area. You can go and explore and hover and find if you have something in common with these people. And so here's Kimberly Jolivet, and we can view her profile. And you can find out about different members, and there is a space for you to find the practitioners themselves. So here's the client and practitioner side. So this side right here is all of the spaces that are open to everyone. So we have the community cafe where you can go and chat, you can share what's going on, ask questions, connect with others. There is a spot for practitioner wellness providers to let everybody know who they are, to share what they're offering and what ways they would like to connect with others. Again, the events calendar is there for everyone. We also have a holistic marketplace. If you are a maker, if you have a product, there is a online marketplace here for us to look around and find what products we can explore. With the gratitude corner, and we have lots of things. I'm not going to go through them all here, but I was going to show you that there are some spaces here that would be for membership, and I'm going to get to membership in a moment. So if you're a member of the Holistic Hub, you would get access to the rental space directory, which is another feature that helps you to find some of those places that might be easy for you to network and showcase and do an event. Or if you are a one-on-one practitioner and you really are needing, excuse me, to find a place to operate your service, maybe one day a week you want to branch out into a different location. This is also a space that's going to be provided to help on that matter. There's going to be collaborations and opportunities. So if there is somebody who's looking to maybe connect with somebody within the network, they want to work with. So myself, I'm a breathwork facilitator, and I'm teaming up with a sound therapist and creating a combination. Those types of events can be really magical. And then there are other things in here like business support, where we would help share some of our resources, share some opportunities, things that we've found in the wellness industry that have helped us in the back end. Or maybe it's with an admin tool that really is going to help provide you with some ease. And then we also are going to have a holistic hub provider directory. So this is where we're going to have membership listed if you are a member, and we're going to be able to use that, showcase it, and use it as well for the opportunities that might come up within the hub. So if you're wanting to work into the North Star wellness side of things, there might be some opportunities that come up. They would go in here. We would also have you listed in the directory. So if someone's looking for, in particular, type of service and they want to have them, let's say, work at a retreat that they're hosting, then they could find you in that directory. So for everyone, the clients and wellness providers, there's dedicated spaces to all of the different types of wellness services, any interests as well in there. That if there's something that's not there, I'm open to adding it. I've tried to get into all the different facets, even like parenting and family. There's lots of like neat tools and things that we can help provide in that aspect. There is a section dedicated to exploring the memberships, understanding them, learning what value they add and what different levels are. We're going to get to that later as well. We have as well within the hub some service providers. So these are providers that have a holistic base to their practice, to their service, and they would be able to provide you with back-end support. So if, for instance, Wintertree Web Services provides you with web design, with domain hosting, she's amazing to just talk to about any of your techie situations. And Heather is on this call right now. She would be a great person to connect with for any of those types of needs. And, just to even have a chat with, like pull your hair out moment over your computer issues. She's there for you. So again, North Star Wellness is listed, Crystal Clear Connections, just to find out a little bit more and to stay up to date on anything that's happening. And then we also, I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will. We have hub ambassadors. I'll explain this in a little bit, but this is how we're going to be able to branch out, stay connected, feel like we have a hub to go to anywhere in Atlantic Canada as time goes on. So the first one that I have to mention is Arcanic Healing Studio, is our first hub ambassador. Their hub venue, the Antoinette is going to host some weekly events, drop-in events, and as well provide a space for hub events to happen. We currently have our first one launched here in the hub. I can show you that now, just to give you a perspective of what type of events the hub wants to offer you. Let me get to it. It's the collaboration circle. So if you have had a feeling of wanting to collaborate with others, if you've had, whether that's to work on a project, whether that's to talk about goals, on where they want to branch out into, or if it's creating a new project, anything of that sorts, it also is going to provide tools on the ways to help support you in your collaborations. There are some times even in my personal journey that I've, found there are tools and tricks and ways to really get grounded and authentic and find your values when you're working with another person, and being clear on who is doing what in the collaboration and, the expectations, and as well just having fun while you're doing it, making sure that who you're collaborating with is aligned with you. And so also at that session, we would provide some support on ways to get better at your collaborations. So that's happening at the Arcanic Studio. These can all be closed. And another mini hub that we have launching is an Eastern Passage. So for instance, we have a hub member who is really passionate about connection. She's really passionate about helping support wellness providers. She lives in Eastern Passage, and what she would love to do is to help find studios, help host events, help to support people who want to come to that community. So if you're feeling drawn to checking out that beautiful Eastern Passage, that's the first hub community that we have launched. And as time goes on, as I said, we're going to be launching a lot more. And lastly, there are hub member communities. For certain hub memberships, you are able to host your own community, because I deeply respect that a lot of wellness providers and influencers, coaches out there have a really great following, and maybe they have the need to want to feel more connected in this, and they feel like they really want to create their own community and they want a nice space to do it. Then there is that opportunity within Holistic Hub as well. All right, so I think I got through most of the layers. There is some other things you can explore while you're in here, and there are some things still unraveling as we continue to go through different phases and explore what needs are within the community. All right, so for the memberships, as I said, you just enter free. You can take your time, explore. There's no pressure to move up. It's, when and if you feel that you need a higher level of support, or you want to engage deeper within the hub, we have different levels. So the first one is Seek. That's the free entry. That's for those who want to seek and explore, navigate, look around. Maybe you're just new to your practice. You want to feel around, put a couple posts out, introduce yourself in a safe space. That would be a great opportunity for you. Oh, I should click ahead so that I can show you the perks. So as I said, you can find wellness providers. This is for clients, wellness providers. You can explore the different health modalities. I've pretty well shown you most of what Seek can offer. And then the Connect layer. So the Connect layer is the first level of membership. And this will allow you to have discount on hub events. It will provide you into those hub spaces. So like the directory, the rental space, the collaborations. And as well, if you're posting a lot of your events and you are wanting to list a lot of products, it's kind of an honor system. I don't mind if you're just, doing a one-off, you're exploring, go right ahead. That's what the space is for. But if you really feel like you're utilizing the space really well, then, the $11 a month wouldn't be that much. And so the next level of membership is Grow. This is going to help provide you with some more support. This is we as the Holistic Hub are going to ensure that we follow you. We take a check on what type of events and things that you're offering and try to highlight those the best that we can. And we will also create a spotlight feature for you each month. There's a form you can fill out, or we can do that for you. If you want us to, we can just do it what we feel will really highlight you, because that's something that I would love to do. I love to really get to know people, boast about them, share some of their great features, and that's going to be part of the Grow membership as well. So it's going to try to help provide a little bit of relief, for what you might be experiencing, whether it's the tech side or whether it's the marketing and all the posting. So some of this will just help provide you a little bit more of that exposure. And also you get the early access to hub events, expos, and that's where you also are going to get the ability to get consideration for the opportunities that will come up through the hub system. So what we would do is, if we have an opportunity, let's say I've been recently working with a retreat that might want to have us provide wellness providers for their retreat, because they have a space they want to host, but they don't really know how to pull that off. So there are little things that come up like this that will come up through the Grow system. We're going to be at the Halifax Health and Wellness Expo in the spring, and I just talked to the organizer today about bringing in some facilitators to provide a recharge space, just a nice space to provide some grounding opportunities, and to provide some rest and recharge services. Because for me personally, I like expos, but I get really really kind of worn down quickly from them. So I kind of really would stay a little bit longer if I had a place to really take a break from the peopling and the lights and all the things. So that is coming up as well. You know, there's different layers of ways that we really want to help people who want to grow. If you want to expand, if you want to, you know, find different opportunities that you can grow into, that's what this level of membership is for. Oh, and I forgot, there will be also the shared tools and resources and things available. And the last membership we have is Share. So this one is for studios, for hosts, organizers, community builders. It's the membership that will help provide you with your own community if you need. You're going to get even more expanded partner spotlight features. So there might be that opportunity to like show up and showcase you in a more personal way, really providing a deeper look at what you provide so that others can experience it. And as well, this is where we can kind of work together and learn how the hub can help support what you're already doing. If you have a studio or if you're organizing, we really want to work more personally and find out what can be built or what can be provided to help you to share what you're doing with others. And lastly, if you have multiple practitioners, you have multiple providers in your studio, let's say, or multiple people that are helping organize for you, we provide extra profiles and such for that as well. So just to recap and show you how the system will flow through from seek, connect, grow, and share, providing different layers of membership for you. And there is one that I am working on. It's not really a membership. It's more of just another level. It doesn't come at a cost. It's more so really honoring individuals that are wanting to step up. If they feel the message of what the hub is wanting to create and they feel like they can be a part of that, that's where we're here to help serve others. That's where we're here to help really pull this community and the ecosystem together. And that's the really exciting part about it for me, is just watching the different levels, the different layers, and the different people that are getting involved. Lastly, I think one of my main points is we're grounded in trust. One of the big things with this type of care, wellness care, does come with, you know, wanting to feel safe and protected. Within the hub, a couple different locations. It's on the website. It's just a quick document to kind of check in on the hub's code of ethics and due diligence. Just going to take one little quick break about this. Hang on. So what it does is it helps to, again, provide a tool for the experience for the clients and the practitioners. It provides that level of value system that we hope and expect and that members will uphold when they're operating. And as well, it just provides a little bit of a due diligence on the clients to ensure that they do their work as well in exploring the people that they're looking to work with. And that's why we really want to showcase these profiles and help people to navigate and align with wellness providers that share those same types of values and ways that they would like to be cared for. It has sections for respect, consent-based communication, a lot of like just little valuable things that I really hope everybody takes a little minute to check out when they're in the hub. So just to let you know what's coming this year, change, yay! But no, honestly, we're going to have some community gatherings. Definitely, there is a lot coming up. The first month has just been really getting the system operating online, and now it's ready to take off. So I would say for the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of things going up on the event board. There's a lot of things in the works, too much for me to put into one. That's why we're here and why we have the hub, so we can stay informed. There's going to be experiential events. One of the really cool ones I would love to showcase is maybe like instead of speed dating, you could have like speed service for people who really want to know what a service feels like, what, you know, get a little bit of maybe a couple different sessions with different providers. I also felt really drawn to having a heal the healer type of an event where we can have wellness providers get together and share and exchange. And maybe there's some newcomers to their practice and they really would feel value to have practice with some people that would make them feel safe. And there was one other thing I really want to mention that is forming, and it's soon ready, but it's the Ripple Fund. And what it is it's a way to help provide access to care through not only monetary system, but also an energetic system. So I can attest to a time and place in my life where it was really hard to access care. I had to get creative. I actually bartered my way with practitioners, with healers, and I offered ways that I could support them at their event, and it helped. It was that glue that helped for me get to where I am. And I have a soft spot for those types of situations. And I wanted to have a way where, you know, reciprocity can happen naturally, that people who feel really drawn to being able to support something and being supported themselves, then this is going to help provide an opportunity for that. I don't have all the details on that, but it is going to be coming up within the next couple weeks. So stay tuned. So this is your sign. This is the invitation. I've given you most of what I have right now. I've been trying to feed out as much as I can on Facebook at the start of things, and the hub is still going to operate and showcase on Facebook. Of course, you know, we're always going to be bringing things as much as we can in a way that helps support the hub and the members to get reachability. But the real essence of the hub and all of the ways that it really would support us happens in the hub space. So this is where you know, we can go to kind of have that mental break. You know, there's also an app for the hub. So if you don't really want to get onto the web browser, there's an easy app that can be downloaded. Once you get in the hub, there'll be a note to help share on how to do that. So yeah, thank you so much for staying with me on that. I think I got through it all and I feel really great about it. And I would love to know if there's anybody who has any questions or any comments. You can feel free to do that if you need. I don't know where comments are in here, but if anyone is looking to work with the hub, if you want to know more, if you feel really drawn to this project, and you know, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I love to connect with people, even if you have any insights. I love just to hear from people in general, and I'm open a lot to sitting down and having a coffee chat or even meeting up as time goes on. And there's a lot of different events that are coming up that people can connect at, and come reach out if you feel it. All right. I don't even know where the comment box is. So if you have a comment, you'll have to speak up. All right. Well, the one thing I want to do then is I want you to just notice what you're going to take with you from this experience tonight. What was that one piece that, you know, kind of helped make you feel excited? And yeah, let's build this together. I would love to have you join. Thank you so much, Nancy. That's all I got.
Ask a question?
Absolutely, yes.
Your collaboration event, I'm pre-booked that day. Are you doing it again? It's something that I'm not able to move around. So
yes, actually, yep. I would love to do that again soon. And I love doing that as well. As soon as someone says that they really need it, boom, yeah, I will do it again.
It's just more along the lines that for years, even before I moved out east here, I refer clients. One of the first rules is if my clients depend solely on me, I fire them, because it takes multiple it takes multiple practitioners. And if clients to truly see results, and I have seen results in people, is multiple practitioners. So I mean, you've known a little bit about this because I've been out here 6-7 years now. Yeah, I really would like to collaborate because I feel that some of my clients are getting shortchanged because they need services and I have zero clue where to send them.
Yes, yeah. And in collaboration, I also mean like referral system. That was another thing I would really love to have incorporated. So thank you for mentioning that, Kimberly, because that if you can't work directly with somebody, maybe perhaps exploring and understanding the different layers of care so that your clients can also be informed. Like, because if you're working with somebody in one layer and you might notice that something else could be beneficial to them, then it really would be, a great service to provide that for.
Yeah, I do recommend them out or recommend them to find on their own, but I find I feel that's half-assing it. And unfortunately, just due to my lack of connections, I wish I could give them a card. This is the person. Help some of them, especially some people with the extreme anxiety or nervousness about trying something new, to be able to walk with them while they book the appointment, those kinds of steps. Because I have seen a few clients here kind of trickle away because there just isn't that extra lift, right? Because I can take them here, but if there's no one to catch them, right, it's a struggle. So yeah, it's definitely something like that would be awesome because I've seen it work. I've seen it work really well before. So I'd love to do that again.
Kimberly, in that regard, I love the idea of a healer retreat or get together, get to know what each other does, which we done with bioenergetic wellness actually in Costa Rica just before COVID. And it was one of the best experiences because you learn how the others work. And then it gives you a chance to actually provide informed information instead of just saying, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. That is something that's really valuable to get together and just have like a healer retreat or a facilitator retreat. And what a lot of, like, I ran a holistic market in Port Hawkesbury since 2022. And a lot of times I did the day before I did a vendor market so that we each other could treat each other first before we did the market the next day. And that was a great approach because everybody got on the same platform. Everybody was like in a happy place to get. And that's I think that's one of the parts that we neglect the most is each other.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you for adding that. I was thinking that another opportunity that's coming up is I am hoping to host a festival, which I just realized could also provide an opportunity for those types of clients, because what I wanted to do was to provide an opportunity to have those multiple layers of care, having a half day of experience where people are going through that and learning about it together. Then it would provide tools for the clients, and it would also provide some connection. Maybe they find a friend.
Which leads me back to the markets and the events. When you go as a healer, as a reader, and to a multiple layer market, you provide more insight for the people who come to the market. And that's what we've seen here. A lot of people would never have been exposed to the sound that I work with or to somebody who does craniosacral. And I invite people from all over to come to my place. I traveled to Bridgewater in April, actually, to the market because there is need. People don't see the services. And if you're not there, if you're not presenting, people don't get a feel for it, right?
I think that's actually part of the pain point that I discovered was some people were nervous about competition, but there actually is less of that fear because there is more awareness and exposure, because there actually are a lot of people looking, like a lot, and needing and wanting to, but they're actually a little bit even timid. But I don't know, I've really sensed just personally that there are people really opening up to exploring their health and different ways to support them because they might have been left high and dry otherwise. So yeah, great conversation about this. I appreciate it. All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to share? Any other questions while we're here? There's a couple minutes left, but I'm glad we were able to stay on time. It's awesome. I didn't know how long I was going to talk. All right. I hope everything is clear as well on how to join. They have the website, holistichub.ca. And one other thing I just want to mention is when you're re-accessing, there is a different website. It's network.holistichub.ca, which I'm going to post as a note on the hub. But it's really easy to get back in, same as with the app. So I'm hoping that over time, we start to naturally gravitate to meeting up in this space, and I'm having maybe some online events, but I'm also feeling really drawn as soon as this winter goes away to popping up as many in person as we can. I want to get connected. I want to meet. I want to share in the experience. So I hope you all are ready as well. I think we'll check in and cut it out for tonight if everybody is okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I look forward to meeting you. Have a great evening.